holidaymakers.com, you can plan and manage your next trip. In addition, for searching for flights, hotels, rental cars, and etc., you can set up price alerts with Kayak to receive notifications when the price changes for a flight or hotel you want. And you can use the Explore feature to see all the places you can fly to within a certain budget from America, and I'm assuming from other countries too. So if you're getting a bit lazy and you want to plan a holiday, do give it a try. And if you do use it, please do share your findings at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. You can follow me on Twitter @holiday_hut. You get one press release from an online travel agent, and then another one comes along as well. Expedia.com has released results of its Expedia Passenger Preferences Index, which is a worldwide study that examines the preferences and behaviours of flyers around the world. The study was conducted on behalf of Expedia by Northstar, which is a globally integrated strategic insights consultancy firm. There we go. Northstar asked 11,026 travellers across 22 countries in Asia Pacific, Europe, North America and South America. A broad range of questions, including which paid amenities they would prioritise on flights at different lengths, how would they prefer to pass the time, and their opinions on baggage fees, packing and more. You can find out more about this survey if you visit the Viewfinder blog, Expedia's Viewfinder blog, which can be found at viewfinder.expedia.com. But anyway, I'm going to run through a little bit of it for you now. One top finding is the perceived importance of the smartphone as a travel companion. Travellers now consider it to be the single most indispensable item they carry with them when they travel, and this is ahead of a toothbrush, deodorant and a driver's licence. The relevance of mobile devices is tied to how the device improves the quality of travel itself. Business travellers use mobile devices to remain tightly connected to their home office. Mobile devices are frequently used by leisure travellers for navigation, for photo taking, and for staying connected to loved ones through social media. The three countries that place the highest premium on mobile devices as a travel companion are China, where 96% of respondents consider their smartphone an important travel companion, Thailand at 88% and Taiwan at 86%. Global travellers admit to being addicted to their mobile devices, I know I am, even while on vacation. 84% of travellers worldwide want to be able to access information from anywhere while they travel, with more than half of the respondents saying they would be lost without a mobile service while on holiday. In fact, a full 60% of travellers said they would agree that they would never truly unplug on leisure trips, and 35% claim to use their mobile device more on vacation than they do when they're at home. The Expedia Engenica Mobile Index revealed that the travellers are well attuned to mobile device etiquette even, and I have terrible trouble with words, as you well know, and they find mobile faux pas to be highly offensive, and courteousness and noise consciousness continue to be particularly prized, as is privacy. Playing music, games or videos without headphones is considered to be the most offensive mobile behaviour, and this was cited by 58% of travellers, an increase of more than 10% from 2014. Yeah, I'm a bit like that. I wish they'd never put speakers into phones, because going down to London on the train, people playing their music, I mean, they've got bad taste. I mean, if they had decent taste, it wouldn't be so bad. Anyway, taking calls while on speakerphone infuriates 57% of people, which is up from 53% in 2014. While taking photos or videoing strangers is offensive to 48% of people, which is up from 42% in 2014. I'm now going to be running through a long list, so bear with me, make sure you're comfortable. The list of perceived mobile etiquette violations in order of offensiveness includes playing music, games or videos without headphones, 58%. Taking calls while on speakerphone, 57%. Taking photos, videos of strangers is 48%. Making and taking voice calls at dining while in a restaurant or cafe, 39%. Enabling notifications on the loud setting, 39%. Texting or emailing while attending a seated performance is 35%. Making or taking video calls, 25%. Photographing food during a meal, 22%. Well, I'm a vegan. It's part of the club. You have to take photographs of your food so you can show other vegans where to go. But anyway, that upsets 22% of people who took part in the survey. Entertaining children with games, apps or videos is 18%. Attaching a fitness tracker visibly to an undergarment is 16%. Posting more than 3 updates per day on social media, 14%. Using location-based dating apps, 13%. And finally, taking photos using a tablet device was 13%. Now, I have seen people do that and they do look a bit daft. But how does the UK fare in this survey? Well, for a nation which historically placed great emphasis on decorum and politeness, the UK is one of the countries least bothered by mobile etiquette in public areas. When asked about perceived offensive behaviour, 16% of Brits answered that none of the above would affect them. And the only country that scored higher at 18% was Australia. One habit which annoys the rest of the world but fails to rattle us Brits is taking photos and videos of strangers, with only a third of British travellers finding this inappropriate. They rank the most tolerant for this activity, and Brits are also the second most tolerant for other people's mobile phone notifications being on a loud setting at 29%, claiming it bothered them. British people also believe it is fine for people to entertain their children with mobile devices in public areas, with only 13% citing this as an annoyance. Half the amount of Taiwanese have find this particular trait the most offensive. Well, 60% of travellers globally say they will be unwilling to go on holiday without a mobile device. 63% sleep with a device with them beside their bed while on vacation. Well, that's me too. 28% carry a rechargeable pack or spare battery. And the heavy reliance on mobile devices is not true in every country. Travellers from Germany, Norway and Sweden tend to be less reliant on their devices compared to other countries. More than 1 in half of travellers who are employed check in with work at least once a day while they're on holiday. Most, about 60% of travellers who check in with work during a holiday, say that their travel partner or spouse does not mind. However, amongst the Indians, who are the most likely to check in with work, 1/5 admit that their spouse or travel partner does get annoyed when they do that. And 1/4, 23%, have purchased in-flight Wi-Fi on a leisure trip in order to connect with work. And this is highest among those in Hong Kong, 53%, China, 42%, and Taiwan, 40%. What about you? Does mobile phone etiquette, is that a word? Mobile phone etiquette, maybe that's better. How does that affect you? I've already said that I don't like people playing their music loud on the trains. I prefer to drive down London, at least I don't have to put up with other people's music. But what about you? Does any of that bother you? There will be a link at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show so you can find out the list again without having to rewind me going through it over and over again. And if you can be so kind, please share your feelings at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. Checking it out before you check in on the John Guinn Travel Show on ukhealthradio.com. Every day there's a press release saying the cheapest place to go, when to go to a place and all that sort of thing. They're always pretty biased, but here's another one. January and February, the most affordable months to stay in New York City based on the cost of lodging. And this is the latest report from NewYorkHotels.org after conducting a recent survey. The survey specifically established a minimum rate for an overnight guest would have to spend for a 3- and 4-star double room in Midtown Manhattan for each stay throughout 2015. Midtown Manhattan was defined as the area extending from 59th Street down to 23rd Street. January and February are by far the least expensive months, with an average rate of $87 and $86 respectively for the most affordable 3-star double room, while a 4-star hotel did cost guests an average minimum of $102 per night during both months. At the other end of the spectrum, the most expensive months are September and October. A visitor had to spend slightly over $200 on average for a 3-star room and $227 to $231 in October for a 4-star hotel. When it comes to individual days, it's no surprise that New Year's Eve is by far the most expensive. On the last day of the year, if you're in New York, you'd have to spend $361 or $416 to stay overnight at the most affordable 3 or 4 star hotel room. Also in the top 10 list of priciest days are Saturday of Columbus Day weekend, 6 days in mid-late September, and December the 2nd and 5th. Minimum hotel rates on these dates were running at $223 to $242 for the most affordable room. The survey further found that a guest who stays from Sunday to Monday will spend an average of 30% less for a hotel room compared to Tuesdays or Wednesdays. These midweek days are when the average rates are at their highest. If you're interested in New York and you want to find out more about the results, then go to www.newyorkhotels.org/press/hotelreport.html. So, if you want a holiday to remember in 2016, you have to make sure you choose the right travel companion. And this is according to research from British Airways and American Express. They said when planning your holiday this January, it might be worth spending just as much time considering which companion you take with you as you will spend on searching for your dream destination. The two companies have found that the travel experience is defined by as much as your companion as the destination itself, with 82% of Brits saying that the person they choose to travel with is as important as where they choose to go. However, only over a third, 36%, say that they struggle to find a destination that suits the interests of both holiday goers, whether that travel companion is a partner, family member or friend. Apparently, 36 million Brits are planning to go away in 2016, and the average spend per holiday amounting to £1,350 in total. So it's very important that both you and your companion's travel interests are catered for. This is why, apparently, American Express has partnered with publisher Fadon, I'll probably pronounce that wrong, but anyway, spelled P-H-A-I-D-O-N, to create a travel guide with a difference. Called Companion, it features 10 of the most exciting cities in the world, explored from different perspectives of the insiders who live and work there. In it, late night rock and roll is reconciled with healthy living in Reykjavik. The urban scene is contrasted with a splendid isolation on offer in Vancouver, and the worlds of high fashion and films are championed in Sao Paulo. It's been designed to satisfy the diverse interests of travelling companions, and the guide is inspired by the Companion Voucher, a British Airways Amex card benefit, which provides a complimentary second seat companion on a British Airways flight. The result is an insider's guide to the must-see cities to visit with partners, family and friends from creative visionaries across the world, and including chefs and photographers, all sorts of experts to put their input into this. You can tell I couldn't stand a chance for pronouncing the people's names, didn't you there? I did practice, but no, I'm not going to do it now. Anyway, the top 10 companion trips of 2016 are Berlin, and the insights are photography and nightlife, Barcelona, architecture and food, Amsterdam, shopping and design, Sao Paulo, cinema and fashion, Rome, architecture and pizza, Reykjavik, food and coastal landscapes, Vancouver, outdoors and city life, New York, eating and drinking, that's my favourite, Los Angeles, photography and art, and Hong Kong, design and Asian cuisine. It's free to download this companion guide, and you can get it from www.americanexpress.co.uk/companions. Well, that's all for this week's travel show. Plenty of travel news for you there to be keeping you going on with and helping you to plan your trip for this year. All websites, as always, will be listed at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. So you can find out the information and find out how to pronounce the words properly for all the ones I've made a bit of a mess up of. But that's just me. I can't help it. I just have to get used to it. Anyway, I do hope you can join me next week on the Travel Show with John Guinn on ukhealthradio.com, where each week I'm checking it out before you check in.